My name is Amar Walla. I am a filmmaker based in Toronto. I was born in Mumbai, India, and came to Canada at the age of 11 with my family. We settled in Scarborough, and I've lived in Toronto pretty much the rest of my life. I currently live downtown, but was in Scarborough until I was about 28 years old. I sort of left the Scarborough community about 10 years ago, but I'm there very regularly. And I've been a filmmaker for just about 10 or 12 years now. And my work primarily focuses on social justice issues facing racialized communities in Canada. And I would say, my work is kind of made primarily through an anti-racism and anti-colonial lens. I was constantly vibrating, I guess you could say, right? As a child, once I came to Canada, I was never at peace. It wasn't until probably end of high school that I started to build deep friendships and meaningful friendships. That sort of led to a lot more understanding of who I was, a lot more comfort within myself, which eventually, once I got to university and college and started getting access to literature and cinema and all these things that I never had access to before, and started to understand racism and migration and all of these things that I think we make the mistake of locking away in academia, and that stuff needs to be disseminated through communities much, much more aggressively. I think the internet has helped a lot. There was no internet when I grew up, right? So I think kids now have access to stuff that I never had access to, which is great. It wasn't until then that I really started to recognize the things in my life, because they were written down on paper. They had terminology to explain what I went through. That started to shift things for me. That started to build the confidence back up. And that's been an ongoing journey and a continuing journey that will go on for the rest of my life. There's certain physical parameters attached to community, but really I think it's people that share your philosophies and your goals and are willing to help empower you to accomplish those things however they can. I think that the most important thing is that it's a group of people that care about the physical space that they share, but also understand the sort of goals that are driving each other and come together in order to empower each other to be able to do the things that they want to do, both physical things, or maybe it's as simple as people trying to elevate their stance economically, to trying to do anti-racism work or find solidarity across different types of sort of boundaries that we've created as human beings, right? To me, it's all of that stuff. I feel like I've found community in Toronto and in film lately, over the last couple of years. That community has started to develop, and that community is starting to organize and get bigger and louder. And I weirdly don't see a disconnect between those people who exist primarily downtown and in the art scene. I don't see them as different from my Scarborough community that maybe aren't artists or are not as openly political about what it is they're trying to accomplish in their lives. I don't see a disconnect between those things. I see it all as all part of my community.